Hello to all you new subscribers and to all you longtime watchers. It's been a while. So it's been a hot minute since I've uploaded some content to this channel, and so first off, I just want to apologize for that. But actually, no, I don't want to apologize for that. I want to acknowledge it, and I want to apologize for not communicating why it was happening, but I'm not going to apologize for not making new content on this channel. And here's why. I'm trying this new thing recently where I stop berating myself for not meeting unreasonable expectations and instead give myself more permission to do what I need to do. Unapologetically. You see, my real life has taken priority for the last 6 to 12 months, as it should have. There are a lot of reasons why. My dog Bingley was sick and then passed away last fall. My father-in-law was diagnosed with ALS and then passed away in May, 6 months later. And there have been other challenges too, piled on top of the already difficult thing about being a functioning adult and trying to build a business. Honestly, life has been hard for a while. And I don't say any of that to make you feel bad for me or as an excuse. I say it to give you some context for why I've been so absent lately. Life happens, and honestly, I've been doing the best I can with the tools available to me and taking the time I need to begin to grieve and heal. I'm gonna guess that most of you are pretty understanding and a-okay with this, and maybe for some of you, it's really even validating to hear someone else say that it's okay to take a step back from your work and take care of yourself when you need to. As a professional woman, the expectations that I place on myself and that I feel from the whole of society are pretty intense. And I know that many of you are graduate students or young professionals who also feel that intense pressure to succeed no matter the cost. There can be this feeling of overwhelming guilt and anxiety when you don't perform at unreasonably high levels and meet all of the expectations that are placed on you. I get it. I've been there. I've lived in that space for many, many years, and I still sometimes visit. Probably more frequently than I should. What can I say? I'm really good at being hard on myself. But I'm also here to tell you that you can and should step back when you need to. And in case no one has ever done this for you before, I'm giving you permission to unapologetically take care of yourself when you need to. And when you can't care for yourself, ask for help and allow people to help in the ways that they can. You'll be surprised how many people step up and help in ways that you'd never expect. And this is important, but so hard. Be honest with yourself and with others. You don't have to feel guilty for being whoever you need in any given moment. If you need to eat all of your feelings, do it. And if you need to throw things, do it, though maybe not at other people. If you need to go out with friends and try to have some fun, even when it feels like laughing isn't possible, do it. And if you need to push yourself to your physical limits with an insanely hard workout in order to feel alive, do it. And if you need to pour yourself into a project so that you can feel some connection in the world, do it. And if you need to sit like a blob on your couch and watch bad TV, do it. If you need to shut off from the world and the internet and just read a book, do it. And if you need to collapse in sobs on your floor because you just can't take any more loss, do it. Your body will tell you what you need if you give it the space to talk to you. Truth time. I am saying all of this out loud mostly because I need to hear it more than anything else, but I'm gonna guess that some of you could use the pep talk too. So now that I've taken some time to do literally all of the things that I just mentioned, I'm feeling more able and ready to step forward into the next thing, for the most part. And I find I've really missed creating, and despite feeling a total lack of creative energy there for a while, it's coming back now, and I'm excited to share it with you. For the full details on what's coming next, you can head over to Medium and read my full blog post all about this, but here's the Cliff Notes version. Cliff Notes? Cliff's Notes? Notes from Cliff? You know what I mean. I find I've got a lot to say over what I've been through over the last year or so, and I think many of you could probably resonate with it and might even find some of it helpful. So I'm starting a new series called Honestly, and it will be a series that's part video, part written, part audio, and part visual, I think. It'll cover a variety of topics, including, but not limited to, coping with grief and loss, complexities of working for yourself, the power of family, blood and chosen, finding the right art at the right time, productivity and self-care, laughing in the midst of loss, finding balance, and how that's a load of garbage, and learning to let go. Whew, that last one's a doozy. Now, this doesn't mean I'm going to completely stop making more traditional educational videos on this channel, but a lot of what you're going to see here is going to be more experiential in nature. And I know that that's not what you're supposed to do when you're trying to build a YouTube channel, but I just don't really care. I've always been a bit of a rebel when it comes to people telling me the right way to do things. I'd rather just try it out and break it and build it on my own, thanks. But honestly, I think all of the content that's going to be in this series really fits with the name and essence of this channel, Developmental Enthusiast. I've said all along that I'm enthusiastic about how humans change and grow. Development happens across our lives as little kids, as new professionals, or as fully fledged adults trying to figure out this whole adulting thing. We often don't have control over what happens in our lives or when it happens, but we've got to make what we can out of it and keep going. I'm eager to share some of my own growth, some research behind what we know about how loss affects the brain and the body, and some how-tos for the professional and personal journey that I've picked up along the way. So really, not much is changing, I don't think, but things might look a little bit different around here, or they might not. I don't really know what this is going to look like, but I have learned to not let the perfect be the enemy of the good. In other words, I'm just going to start this thing and figure it out as I go, because that's way more authentic to my real life right now anyway. So in this great series announcement I'm telling you that I don't really know what you can expect yet, or what it's going to look like, or how it's going to work. Best announcement ever! But you should stay tuned here for more videos, and if you're interested in some of my written posts, you can find those over on medium.com. And I think the best place to stay up to date on this series is actually going to be an email newsletter I'm putting together. Link is in the description for how to get signed up for that. But you can also find all of this information on my website and over on Twitter as well. At least, at some point, I hope in the not too distant future, you'll be able to find information in all of those places. Like I said, at the moment, I don't really know exactly what this is going to look like, because honestly, I haven't gotten that far yet. I mean, you are seeing real, honest development in progress right now, people. And if you want to support the series, first off, thank you. You can support it by watching and reading and sharing with friends and leaving comments and doing all those things that you do on the internet. And you can also support the series monetarily over on Patreon if you'd like. Link is in the description for how to do that. I gotta say, it's pretty good to be back. I could do without the thunderstorm during my recording session, but otherwise, this is nice. Honestly, I'm just gonna try to keep going and keep growing, and I hope you'll join me for the next phase of the journey.